Hey guys, it's your girl Tiff and I am back with another Mommy Chronicle video. This video is near and dear to my heart because I want to give you guys 5 tips to survive maternity leave. Whew, we all know that we love that time off of our baby to be bonding, to grow and just have that wonderful experience of being moms. Whether you're taking 6 weeks, 12 weeks, or however long. I took 12 weeks and it still wasn't enough. But I want to give you guys some tips that I learned along the way that helped me survive maternity leave. Things I wish I would have known earlier in my process. And just things I think you guys should know. Whether you are a first-time mom almost ready to pop out that baby, this video is for you. So go ahead, have a seat, and let's get started. So being a mom is the best feeling, best thing ever, hands down. I am like so ecstatic about my son. I'm obsessed with my son. I am so in love with my son. And I really enjoyed the time that I had off from work to be with him and just to spend with him. And it's beautiful. With all that being said, maternity leave is not all sugars and plums and roses, honey. Not at all. Not at all. So I want to give you guys my first tip. So write this down. Tip number 1. Sleep when the baby sleeps. It took me a few weeks to really grasp that whole feeling of sleep when a baby sleeps. Just to give you guys a quick background, if you didn't see my previous video, my baby was born 4 weeks early, so he was in the NICU for about 11 days. So, you know, I went from having 24-hour around-the-clock care with nurses to just, you know, me and my baby, you know. So, yeah, it was a big eye-opener, but when I say sleep when the baby sleeps, sleeps when the baby sleeps. Our mindset is, okay, the baby is asleep. Let me tend to the house. Let me do what I haven't had a chance to do. Let me cook something real quick, or let me clean. Let me straighten up. Let me fold up the baby clothes. Let me do something. My house is getting, you know, junky. Let the clothes pile up. Let the dishes pile up. It doesn't matter. Sleep when that baby sleeps. Because first of all, that baby's only sleeping in increments as it is. Because you're going to be waking up every 3 hours or so to pump or feed that baby. So your sleep is not going to be steady sleep. It's going to be interrupted sleep. So you're not really ever going to fall into that deep sleep that you were used to. So when that baby lays their head down and go to sleep, you better lay your butt down and go right to sleep right next to them. Get it in while you can, because you're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. It's going to be them days where you're running into walls, tripping over things that aren't even on the floor. So sleep when that baby sleeps. Get that rest. You are going to need it. All that other stuff will get done. Trust and believe it will get done. Don't worry about it. Tip number 2. Crock pot will be your best friend. Make as many meals as you can in your crock pot. Meal prep as best you can, because you are not going to have the time to cook. It would be times where I would be shaking and I'm not understanding why I'm shaking. Oh, I haven't eaten. Tiff, you haven't eaten. Your baby has eaten, but you haven't eaten, because I felt like I never had time to eat. If he was asleep, I was sleeping. And when he was up, I was trying to pump and feed him and then go back to sleep or do something. And it was like food wasn't on my brain until I was almost like about to pass out. So I learned to just start putting things in a crock pot, cutting up my vegetables, things that I knew that I wanted to like cook. I kind of planned, and this I didn't start till like the 3rd or 4th week. I started planning my meals. So I would, when he would sleep, if I didn't sleep at that time, I would take like a good hour and I would like chop up all my vegetables that I knew I was going to use, like my onions, bell peppers and stuff, and I would freeze them so I can just take them out whenever I needed them. And then I would plan my meals as such. If I knew I wanted to make a pot roast, or if I wanted to make chicken noodle soup or turkey, your crock pot is your best friend, because you do not have the time to stand over a stove. So I would season myself, throw it in the crock pot, turn it on, go to sleep, go about my day. My food would be cooking while I'm sleeping, while I'm feeding him, while I'm doing laundry. It was there. So meal prepping is going to be your best friend. I even made my breakfast muffins, which is just, you know, the eggs and meat and veggies that go in the cupcake pans. And I'll put those in the oven. I would do, what is it? I think it holds 12 or 16. And I would fill each one of those up, because in the morning, if I did not have time to eat, let me pop 2 of those, piece of toast or a bagel, and at least I had some food. I had some nutrition in my body, okay? So do that. Meal prep, crock pot, best friend. Don't have one? Buy one. Invest. Trust me. Tip number 3. This shouldn't even have to be a tip, but it is. Tip number 3 is take help. Don't be superwoman. I just felt like I could do it all. I wasn't even really accepting too much help from his dad. Like, At first I'm like, you need to be taking a night shift so I can sleep and this and that. But other than that, I just felt like, you know, this is my baby. I should be able to do everything. No. Grandmas were coming over. My friends were coming over. I took any help I could get. I would have friends that were like, oh, I'm on my way over. I just got off work. Come on. Fine. They would come over. They would let me sleep for a couple hours. They would even like fold up his laundry. So, you know, shout out to my girl Toya. Like, you need that help. Grandmas would be like, well, I'm coming over after work. I took all the help I can get because you're going to be so exhausted. Like, I cannot stress how exhausted you're going to be, how tired you're going to be. My son is 14 weeks and I'm just now getting up to maybe 5.5, 6 hours of sleep if I go to bed by like 10 o'clock. But yeah, I took all the help I can get at that point, and you need it because it's like we feel like we can do everything. You can't do everything. You can't do everything you did before you had the child that you can do right after you had the child. Like, even just to doing the laundry, going up and down the stairs. I don't know about you, I actually had to get stitches as well, so I was just like moving so slow. So it was just like, girl, I'm not going up and down these stairs to do laundry. It's just not getting done. So when people come over and offer that help, I would take it. So my advice to you is to take the help. We are not superwoman. Don't try to be. Tip number 4, go with the flow. Go with the flow, don't plan. I had all these plans before I had my baby. I was like, we're gonna go out jogging and walking, and I'm gonna go by the lakefront and just walk along the beach because, you know, it's like a 15-minute drive from my house. I even got the jogging stroller, like all of that stuff. Let me tell you something. We did not go to the lakefront until 1 week before I was due back at work. My son was like 11 weeks. All the things I had planned in my head that I was going to do with my baby in my maternity leave, I didn't do. And I was so excited because I'm like, oh, I'm having my baby in the summer. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. I barely left my house unless it was for doctor's appointments. I was in the house all the time. I wasn't taking him anywhere because you're tired, and I didn't really want him out around a bunch of people so his immune system was good. Like I said, he wasn't premature. He was late term or something like that. But the point of the matter is, I had all these plans what I was going to do. I was going to have people come over. It got to the point where if I was tired and I didn't really want to entertain, I wouldn't answer the phone. Like I know I just said take help, but sometimes people just want to come see the baby, and then you feel like you need to stay up with them and talk. Don't push yourself. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing extra. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Take your time. Don't make plans about what you think you're going to do while you're on maternity leave, because half them plans going to go to shit. They're going to go to garbage. They're not going to get done. They're just not going to get done. So go with how you're feeling that day. Go with how you're feeling in that moment. If you want to pack up the baby and go visit people, then do that. If you just want to sit in the house in your pajamas all day, then do that. But don't make any concrete plans. I canceled so many lunch dates. I canceled so many people coming to visit my house or visit my baby. Like, I just wasn't feeling it, and I wasn't going to push myself, because the times that I pushed myself to let people come over and visit, he would be asleep and I'm up trying to entertain, and I should have been sleeping. You know, I should have been trying to get my rest, but no, I'm trying to entertain because I have people over. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Tip number 5. This is the best tip. I saved the best tip for last. Tip number 5 is take time for yourself. It sounds so simple, but it feels like it's the hardest thing to do as a mom. It's like, at this point, you're now a mom. That is your focus, and you lose focus of yourself. Take time for yourself. Like, you have to. You honestly have to take time for yourself. You have to allow yourself that time, whether it's taking a nice hot bath, if it's sneaking out or going out for a massage, going to get your nails, getting a manicure or a pedicure. Take that time for yourself, because you need that alone time. You need that woosah time, that downtime, even if it's an hour a day or a couple hours throughout the week. Take it, because you need it. You were a person before you had that baby. You're going to be a person well after that baby is grown up with their own life and their own family. So take the time to rejuvenate, to get yourself back. When I finally had a chance to take a bath, it was like, oh my God, because now it's like I'm showering in less than 7 minutes. I'm eating standing up. You know, it's like I'm tiptoeing around the house trying to get ready. Everything is so rushed now because I'm on this, like, he's going to wake up any moment. Let me do this. Let me do this. And I have to realize, like, Tiff, you still have to take time for yourself. Daddy, watch him. I'm going to get my nails done. Watch him. I'm going to get a massage, you know, or he's down for his nap. I'm going to take a long, relaxing bath. Take my woosah moment. You know, you have to take time for yourself. That was the one thing that the nurses and doctors told me, because I was pushing myself so hard while he was in the NICU. I was like, oh my God, pushing myself so hard while I was there. And they were like, you need to take time for yourself. You need to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be any good to that baby. And those words are so true. So take care of yourself. Take time for yourself. And understand that you're human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to need help. All of that good stuff. But take time for yourself because you are a person before you are a mom. So these are my 5 tips for surviving maternity leave. I hope you found these things helpful. If you did, please make sure you share this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you like this Mommy Chronicles series, then let me know. I definitely have a lot more videos I want to do for you guys. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.